want to call this meeting to order, thank you all for attending either in person or virtually. The first item on the agenda is council members take the oath of office.
Stand in place, or we can stand out here, however you'd like to do it, gentlemen.
Whatever.
If you'd raise your right hand
My right
and
hand.
repeat after me, I, your name,
I, Patrick Shepley,
do
Morris,
solemnly swear
do
do solemnly swear
upon this holy Bible
upon this holy Bible
to execute my duties
to execute my duties
as a member of the town council
as a member of the town
of
council
the town of Bethany Beach
of the town of Bethany
with
Beach
equity and justice,
with equity and
and
justice,
to perform my official duties diligently and faithfully
and to perform my duties diligently and faithfully
in accordance with the charter of the town of Bethany Beach,
in accordance with the charter of the town of Bethany Beach,
Constitution of the state of Delaware,
the Constitution of the state of Delaware,
the Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the United States.
Help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Be kind enough to sign that, or if you've already signed it, just pass it down this way. I'll take it and seal it and give it to our administrative official. Take care, congratulations all.
See you, Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
October.
Thank you, you too. With that, I'd like to just say that all members of the council are present with the swearing, oh, except Faith Denault, she is excused. I'm sorry. And our town manager, Cliff Gravier, is here, Molly, Daisy, our town clerk, and our IT person, Will Wharton. First, I'd like to welcome and congratulate Scott Edmondson, our newest member of the town council.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
And our returning two members, Patrick Shepley and Jerry Morris. And on behalf of the council, I'd like to say that we're privileged to begin another year of serving the people of Bethany Beach. Okay, with that, let's stand and do Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda, the second item. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unopposed, okay. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the ground rules. Everyone has received a copy. Do I have a motion to approve them before we discuss it?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
I have a comment,
Yes.
just for the record, ground rule subsection B, in this particular year, not everyone is a resident. So,
Is there any way we could just eliminate that portion because it doesn't apply every year?
Just put a period.
Yeah,
at
put a
the end.
period at the end.
non-residents are ineligible for an office.
Ineligible, so it would read, non-resident town council members are ineligible for an office, period. And then it would, depend
And
upon
then
the
it'll be-
year.
Right.
Yeah,
You can
okay.
use it for every year.
Thank you, Mr. Kilmer. With that change, do I have I'll have to take a vote to approve. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, the next item on the agenda is a summary and any discussion or clarification of the responsibilities of the Secretary-Treasurer, the Vice Mayor, and the Mayor. We don't have to take a vote on this. This is all included in our town charter. And before we go any further, does anyone have any questions on them or needs clarification on any of the roles? Okay. All right, then we can proceed. The next item on the agenda is nominations and selection by the council of the persons to fill the responsibility of the Secretary-Treasurer, Vice Mayor, and Mayor. And typically what we've done is we started with the office of Mayor. So we'll do that first. Are there any nominations?
Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Rosemary Hardeman as our next mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. Are there any other nominations? Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Thank you very much for your confidence and trust, and I'll get even. Okay, the next item on the agenda would be the vice mayor. Are there any nominations for vice mayor?
Mayor, I'd like to nominate Lou Kilmer as vice mayor.
Mr. Kilmer? Okay, thank you, Mr. Morris. Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor of having Mr. Kilmer be vice mayor again signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Kilmer.
Thank you. Thank you for
The next office to fill is Secretary Treasurer. Are there any nominations for Secretary Treasurer?
Mayor,
Yes,
I'd
Mr.
like to
Shep-
nominate Jerry Morris for Secretary Treasurer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shepley. Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, the ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Morris. Okay, the next item on the agenda is to set the dates and times for the town council meetings. Mr. Fry, would you like to make a motion?
Yes, Mayor, I move that we continue with the third Friday of each month at 2 p.m., except that the meeting in April 2022 be held on the fourth Friday of April 22, because the third Friday is Good Friday and the beginning of Passover.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor and a second. We'll take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible vote on committee chair appointments. And I propose for your consideration the following. The Audit Committee, Chuck Peterson. Budget and Finance, Jerry Morris. Charter and Ordinance Review, Rosemary Hardiman. Cultural and Historical Affairs, Carol Olmsted. 4th of July Parade Committee, Bruce Fry. Non-Residential Design Review Committee, Lou Kilmer. Bicycle and Pedestrian Safety, Faith Denault. Stormwater and Flooding, Bruce Fry. And Telecommunications, Patrick Shepley. I make that in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. And I'd like to mention, if any of the committee chairs anticipate a need for additional members, we'll be voting on members of the committee next month in October, to please let us know. Mr. Peterson had asked me to let everyone know that he would like to have another member of the Audit Committee, preferably someone who has a financial background or experience, and what would really help is someone who's familiar with government accounting. So anybody out there, please, if you have any interest and have the necessary background, could you send your resume to admin@townofbethanybeach.com. And we also need members on the Board of Assessment. So if anyone is interested in that, please submit your interest or resume as well to admin@townofbethanybeach.com. And if anyone wants to know what is involved in working on either of those two committees, the town website under Government and then go under Committees will tell you what the purpose and scope of those committees is. And we welcome volunteers. Last year, we got a lot of very good people when we needed people for the 3 new committees. And sometimes during the year, those people who didn't make the cut or didn't have the necessary background to serve on those committees last year, some of them we tapped during the year to serve on other committees. So if you have an interest in serving on a committee and there is not presently an opening, just send in your resume anyway, because you never know when there'll be an opening. Okay. So the next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible vote on appointments to the Planning and Zoning Commission. And as you know, the Planning and Zoning Commission is a separate commission. Its role and function and the provisions that govern it are included in the Delaware State Code, and we have put those as well in the town code. Mr. Kilmer, in the past, Mr. Kilmer has been the council liaison with the Planning and Zoning Commission, but Mr. Kilmer has asked to step down this year. Since Mr. Edmondson has been elected, he has asked Mr. Edmondson if he would mind being the council liaison, and Mr. Edmondson had said that he would gladly do that. I think you said gladly, I'm not sure.
It's in the record now, yeah. Gladly. Yeah.
So I'm going to make a motion then that we formally appoint Scott Edmondson to be the council liaison with the Planning and Zoning Commission.
May I make a comment beforehand?
Yes.
For those who are not familiar with it, Scott has already been, is a member of the
Yes.
Planning and Zoning Commission. He's totally familiar with that. And as now a council member, he would have to come off that committee. But he's been extremely involved in the updating of the comprehensive plan, and he would be the perfect person to be the liaison for the council.
And, I agree with that, and I think it's a twofer here for us because the Planning and Zoning Commission has been doing this since the beginning of the year, working on the new comprehensive plan. So to have Scott continue to work with the Planning and Zoning Commission, and I've listened to some of them, he's made some very valuable input in terms of the future. You can see he's younger, he knows a lot more. So anyway,
I don't know about that.
it's going to be his future.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very helpful, and he'd be helpful to us. And also, I would point out that Mr. Kilmer has been very involved in that as well. So when it comes time for the council to consider the updated comprehensive plan, we have two good resources here to assist us. So I had a motion on the floor. Did I have a second?
Second.
Second. Any more discussion?
I just want to say I feel very comfortable knowing that I can lean on Lou and his experience in kind of carrying the torch forward on his
Yes.
behalf.
And I'll be there at every meeting. So.
I'm counting on it. Yeah.
Oh, and I would point out, too, that I did touch base with Mr. Boswell, the chair of the Planning and Zoning, about this, and he is all in favor of it. He doesn't want to lose Lou, but he's very glad that, with your experience, that you'll be stepping up. Okay, so I'll call for a vote. All those in favor of having Mr. Edmondson as the new council liaison with the Planning and Zoning Commission signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Now we have, with the election of Mr. Edmondson, we have an opening on Planning and Zoning. And one of the people who applied for the vacancy on council is a young man by the name of Mark Barenhuber. And Mark is on the Flooding and Stormwater and Flooding Committee right now. He has his background, he has an excellent background. He's a licensed architect with a background in commercial, residential, and urban design and development. He works for an urban innovation company and develops products and solutions to make cities more sustainable and improve the quality of life for all. I would add, too, that he graduated with Mr. Edmondson from Virginia Tech. So we know he has a good background, and Mr. Edmondson highly recommends him. And I believe Mr. Kilmer has spoken with him as well. Mr. Boswell, I contacted him, and he concurs in the selection. He thinks he would make a great addition to the Planning and Zoning Commission. So with that, I move that we appoint Mr. Bauernhuber to fill the unexpired term of Mr. Edmondson, which will be October 18th, 2023. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussion?
A perfect new member of the Planning and Zoning
Yeah.
Commission.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think so, too. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. So you'll be in touch with, we'll be in touch with him, okay. Okay, that's all the items that we have on the agenda, but before I call for a motion to adjourn, does anyone on council have anything they want to say?
Yeah, can we stay later, because I have to get home too early. I'll be the one cleaning the house.
Okay, you can sit here by yourself. Mr. Gravier, you have saying? Okay, thank you. Okay, with that, could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you all.
Congratulations, Scott.
No. No. And they're all not this non-controversial.